You've heard of Shark Week, right? But have you heard of Nice Guys Week? That's right. We're going to need a smaller boat.
I'm Charlie Brown when I hit play, and you are telling me you're not going to pull the football away. You promised this one time you're not going to pull the football away, but every goddamn time you pull the football away.
Sometimes I can't help myself.
Well, looks like they picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue. They picked the wrong week to quit drinking. They picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines. Looks like they picked the wrong week to stop being assholes. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your two favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
Hang on. Fixing up the whole headphones here.
This is what happens when Strickland runs in like a bat out of hell.
Did I just get I knew you were going to. 6:01. You're texting me at 6:01. Like, Strickland, you're fucking late. What the fuck, Strickland? That's what I hear when you text me like that.
I would like to say this before we get started on that subject. I would like to say this. Nice Guy community, Funkin' fans, and listeners of all ages, races, and genders. Mm-hmm. This episode may contain some curse words. If you would like a beeped version of this, get the fuck away from this podcast because it's not happening.
Did I ever tell you, there's a show in Vegas called Absinthe.
I know, we went to it.
No, we went to Atomic Saloon.
Oh shit, you're right.
Same company though. So it's Spiegel World is the company. And but Absinthe actually starts the beginning of the show. You're like in this big tent and you hear this voice come over the loudspeakers. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Absinthe. If words like shit, fuck, and asshole offend you, you should fucking leave right now. And then he just stops. And he's like, no, I'm dead serious. Get the fuck out right now because you will be offended because there's a lot of cursing. That's it. But what's funny is anyone who listens to us, like they need that warning. I don't know.
Well, they probably don't need the warning, but I wanted to make sure that they were aware that today would be especially horrific.
So I guess what you're saying is, you know what? I think you were politely saying, basically, hey, when you listen to an episode, I know you expect Strickland to say fuck a lot. But typically me, Doug, I don't curse nearly as much. I'm just letting you know, you may hear me curse. I don't know. I can't figure it out. It's like, hey, this car normally goes about 80 miles an hour. I want to give you fair warning. Today, it may go like 90. It might go 90. That's what it sounds like you're saying, because I drop the F-bomb more than fucking whatever. I don't even know.
All right. Well, I was not aware that you dropped it more than I dropped it. And I wasn't actually even sure if you arrived 1 minute late just to prove a point, because I'd like to prove a point about the 1 minute late, if that's okay.
No, I actually have been in the day job meeting and I was like, I gotta go. I gotta fucking go and literally I hit end and I grab the headphones and I see that it's 6:01 and my phone goes beep and I'm like, that's fucking Doug because it's 6:01 and God forbid anybody is a minute late for Doug.
Okay. So normally, well, let me not take normally. Let me take a normal situation that involves two people that are perpetually on time. All right, Let's just take that scenario, which would not be the scenario that we're dealing with right here, but that's totally fine. And today we had an example of this, and we can start on the subject because I think this is a great subject. So, traditionally you have someone that would be totally dependable, reliable, does their job all the time, and you get a message from someone saying, hey, such and such has not completed their job. Is this something, there was there was one other instance where they didn't do their job, and I'm just concerned this is now like the normal thing. Mm-hmm. And so I reached out to that person, and I made sure that that person was aware that the client was reaching out to them. And then we had a second instance of it today, and I'm like, what the fuck? What is going on exactly? And then I realized I go back to my agency days. If I was to if I were to get a phone call from, or the agency were to get a phone call from a client, and the client said, "Hey, look, we've been trying to reach Doug, and we've tried him like 6 or 7 times now, and we can't reach him," or like in the normal DJ world, that would be completely understandable. If that happened in my world, somebody at the agency would say, "Well, I don't fucking believe you, because Doug has never not been on time or returned a phone call." Mm-hmm. So when you were 1 minute late, had you always been chronically on time, or what is it called? A formal relationship with the calendar, with the time, mm-hmm. then I would say, okay, well, shit happens. If you're a minute late, I'm like, I don't even know if you knew you had the appointment anymore. You have gotten much better, but you're still not out of the I can trust you 100% that this shit's going to happen.
Yeah, I know I'm never going to be out of that. I get that.
Oh, yes, you will. Yes, you will. You can prove me wrong, or you can prove me right, whichever way. You can prove me by your actions that you will never not be late. But you don't have to prove it to me, and you don't even have to whatever. It's one of those things where I don't know like who to, like in the scenario that we were dealing with our team member today, like what do you do in that environment? Like what happens? That was one of the subjects that I wanted to talk about today. Like, mm-hmm. What do you do when that happens?
Well, it depends. I mean, you go check on the teammate and make sure that everything's okay and that there's nothing wrong. And what else can you do?
Well, you can't do anything. It's kind of like me walking into Robert's office and him having the conversation with me. Hey, we got a complaint, and I would say, "Oh, geez, I wish we didn't get that complaint." And he would say, "Well, that's unrealistic for you to say that we're never going to get a complaint." He said, "Well, he asked me, and we've had this conversation before. What is your margin of error, or what do you accept? What's the acceptable level of mistakes that you can get?" And I said, 0. That is the acceptable level of mistakes that I will accept from anybody, from me or anybody on my team. And he's like, "Well, that's not realistic." And I'm like, "Well, then we'll never get there." But that is my level of expectation of how many times people should be on time doing their job. And otherwise, I'm assuming that they are responsive to the client, that the client says, "Hey, why aren't these notes done? Or why isn't this audio done? Or why isn't this social media post done?" And I keep thinking, why didn't the team member just reach out and just say, "Hey, look, I'm sorry I missed this deadline. I will have this ready for you by tomorrow," instead of just assuming that nobody is going to miss it and nobody's going to care.
I can't speak for the one from yesterday, but I would like to speak to the one from today. Because you made a comment. There's one. What was
the one yesterday or today?
Well, you said the same team member.
It was both circumstances happened today within several hours of each other.
Right. Now, one of them actually was a day late. The other one is not late, and this is what I want to talk to you about.
Okay, I got it. So there are variations of what is acceptable and not. Like, what is accepted as the is this an end of business, or is this a midnight your time zone scenario?
And that's the whole thing. So the first situation, which was the one that you texted me about first, you said, "Hey, it's due today and it's not done yet." And I said, and you actually saw the comment from our team member who said,
hold on though. I didn't initiate the conversation.
I understand.
The conversation was initiated by our client. I would never have reached out to a team member that's 100% in my mind reliable every time, all the time, all that. I would have never reached out and said, "Hey, don't forget this has to be due." I may have reached out to you and said that, but I probably wouldn't have reached out to them. So when the client reached out and it had gone, what I felt was an acceptable amount of time to lapse before getting an answer, I reached out to the client and I said, "Let me investigate this for you. I will be back in touch with you very soon with the answer." And between then
and by the way, check that definition of an acceptable amount of time, which is like 2 minutes, 2 minutes. If the team member had not gotten back to the client within 2 minutes, Doug jumped in. Probably.
I'm going to tell you how long it was, just so we're aware.
Well, this is also, by the way, a team member who is a very part-time team member. And
Strick, we are very part-time. Everybody on our team is part-time. So
that's why we hire full-time people to cover these things. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Let's see. I'm trying to find it. Hold on a second. I'm going to put my hands on it.
That was probably a bad aside for me. Let's not go down that rabbit hole because I was just giving you shit.
Definitely bad. I am trying to find it and I can't put my finger on it. But it was I believe over an hour. Okay. Let's see, 5 hours. It doesn't say. Oh, wait a minute, 11:09.
How long was it?
Okay, 13 minutes.
13 minutes. So this was Doug saw something on the board, a client reaching out, and I'm assuming the client didn't tag at client support team, right? They tagged the show note writer.
Yeah, just our person. Exactly.
They tagged that specific person who is a very part-time person who works a day job. And
yes.
We should not expect that but after 13 minutes, Doug was so stressed. He was like, okay, I got to check on this one because our team member hasn't gotten back to them yet.
Well, what's unusual is, this isn't the case that it was actually late. This was the case that it was due the same day.
Today.
Today, right?
Today. Right. Okay, so let's get out of that rabbit hole. Let's go back to the today. Okay. So we have it today. And Doug reaches out to me and I said, Doug, it's due today. Yeah. And our team member did say that they are working on it tonight. Is there a problem? And you got back to me and you said, look, my expectation of today is end of business. It is not before midnight. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah.
Because welcome back. My name is Strickland Bronner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler.
Okay, well, before you say the next thing, I just want to let you know, just Nice Guy community, just hang tight for a few moments until we get through this, because the next topic we're going to talk about is anal bleaching, and we know this is an important topic.
I'll be going out for a drink while Doug talks about that because I don't know what the fuck he wants to talk about there. So, would you say end of business? Would that be end of business in LA?
No, not end of business. The
end of the regular business day.
End of the
5 o'clock.
End of the day. So I'm like, well,
right. Define end of the day. You're like end of business day, right?
I don't know how to define it. It was left to me in my mind. And by the way, the just so I can get to the rest of the story, the tail end of the story, the client was okay with the answer that our team member had given. So everything is fine, but it was more of, I wasn't upset with the team member. I was more like, hey, look, we probably didn't set a level of expectation that is correct, or we said it and nobody told me. All right. Because that's important. If there's any fuzzy information that's out there, it shouldn't be fuzzy. It should be known. The other thing that was really interesting was you sent me several text messages about this, talking about, hey, we could tell the client the day before, or we could tell the show notes writer the day before this was due, but the client can't have the expectation it's got to be due the day before. We're setting it up so the deadline is the day before, so that they have at least some 24-hour buffer, right? Isn't that what you were kind of getting to?
Yeah. Well, so that's another piece of the puzzle. But let me say what you texted me back. You said, I consider today equals close of business, not 10 p.m. I'm asking you, how do you define close of business? Like
close of
5
business,
o'clock, right?
Close of business for the client, not the close of business for, like, if I'm on the West Coast and they're on the East Coast, my close of business has got to be 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. East Coast time.
What if our client's in London?
Then
would mean it would be like 9 a.m. our day.
So let's look at it this way, Strickland. Are we company focused or customer focused?
Look, what I'm
I just answer that. Answer that question,
dude.
for me.
We are 100% customer
then
focused.
Everything is in the customer's eyes. Everything is based on the customer. I don't want the customer having to think, what time is my show notes writer or what time is my editor? No fucking no way.
Right, and I don't either. So we need to set the correct expectation for the client. In my mind, my perfect definition of expectation, if something is due today, is that it will be done before midnight today. Now, if the client needs it before end of business, I want to have the due date be the day before.
Yep,
because
I agree.
Everybody is on different places. This specific team member, we know she works a day job. We know she works in the evening. And so she often will get things completed at 8 or 9 o'clock West Coast time. Hopefully it's done the day before or a couple days before, but sometimes it'll be due the day of. And I have no problem with that. I don't call that late. Now, if we have a client who has an expectation that the due date is end of business of the due date, we need to reset their expectation, which is exactly what I tried to do today.
Okay. And this particular client, we didn't even need to, I'm not saying that you did a bad thing by asking an additional question. It was a great question for you to ask. But if the client is texting or commenting in Monday.com, hey, the show notes are due today. Are they going to be there today? What does that mean? That means they're expecting them today. They wouldn't do that tomorrow saying you're late. They would do that the day of saying, hey, I just want to make sure. So in my mind, the expectation that the customer has set is the deadline is the exact day they want it at the latest. It's like it's on time.
Okay, but at what time? What you just said, this is the customer's expectation. What time of the day do you think was the customer's expectation? End of business? If that's the case, I'm resetting their expectation. Okay, that's what I tried to do. I want to reset their expectation because according to the way we run our business, I don't want them to have that expectation because I know our team. I know my expectation from our team, and I know sometimes things are going to get done late at night. And so I don't want to go to my team and say, hey, you know what? A due date really means 5 o'clock. Well, is it 5 o'clock West Coast or 5 o'clock East Coast? And I don't want to split hairs like that.
So
I know that the client needs it before end of business on a day, I'm going to set the due date the day before.
Then why even ask the client? Hold on a second. You set the due date the day before and you tell the client, this is what we're doing because we realize that you have an expectation that we want to make sure that we're meeting or exceeding every time. So I'm going to set the due date actually a day before you actually are going to have traditionally asked for it. You cannot now come to me and say on the 13th, it's due today because really it's due on the 14th. If it doesn't get to you by the 14th, you know that there is an issue.
But the second part of what you just said is the important thing because 95% of our clients don't even look at our sub items and know those due dates. This client does, and this client has that expectation. And in the past, we have moved due dates. If this client says she wants it on Thursday and I put the due date on Tuesday, she's bugging us on Tuesday. That's why I needed to reset the expectation with this particular client.
That's fine. That is fine. I think that the way you handled it was really well. Whether they're going to come back to you and say, you're a little bit snippy the way you wrote that email. The email was kind of like, it sounded like, hey, look, we messed up, but let me tell you kind of why we messed up. Because you've kind of set this unrealistic expectation of us being available or having it done on the day of, and we're going to try to get it done the day early. If I set it the day early, I don't want you coming back to me and telling me, hey, look, the due date is really the day before. Because really, we need a super secret. We need a double secret probation, actually.
I know. We did a super double secret probation due date. But that was a problem. And it was specifically, I did it. And could I have been more polite? Probably. But number one, we were not late. In other words, we haven't fucked up yet. If it was due yesterday, yeah, I probably would have been much more polite with it, but it's due today. It's not the end of the day yet.
Well, it came
and
on
we've had this problem with them before.
It came on the tail end of us being a couple days late on the last deadline for this particular staffer. Also,
I didn't know that.
Yes. So last week, the actual due date was missed and it had to be pointed out, which is probably why the assistant of our client because probably our client said, hey, look, they're habitually late. Okay. The one time it becomes a habit. They're habitually late. So I'm like, if I make a mistake this week, what am I going to do next week? I'm probably going to go above and beyond to make sure that I am above board on everything. Unfortunately, again, I realize it's a part-time job, and I realize that this is my heavy, not on our staffers, agenda as a heavy. So for me, I'm just like, man, I would have gone above and beyond to make sure I would have gotten that done like that. Then the person's the client like put shit into Monday, like many weeks ahead of time. I'd be so far ahead on this client as far as I could be ahead. It would be crazy. But again, that's just how I am. I can't put my neuroses in somebody else's head and make them work based upon my neuroses. But
you do that every day. Or you try to do that every day.
Well, because I have a company to run. And so I feel like how many times have you said to me after the fact, and I've said nice things to you too, but how many times have you said to me after the fact, I'm leaving customer service to you because I know it's taken care of when I know you're on it. I know you're on it. If there's a due date or a deadline or something, I know you're dealing with it. For me, it's like, look, this is why we get to charge the premium service level that we charge, because I feel like we should be beyond expectation every single time with our clients. What's the margin of error that I allow? 0. Is that acceptable? Is that realistic? No. Is that what I have in my head? Yeah. And that's because I fucking own the company and you're my partner. You have the different level you have a different level of understanding why that's important than I do. And that's okay. You kind of you even me out, or I would drive everybody fucking crazy and no one would stay as a staff member for us because I let you handle our team because you handle our team much better than I do, because I want to just give people shit. Like, you can't be late ever on anything. That's how I am.
I know, Doug. We all know that's how you are, Doug.
All right.
And we appreciate that.
Okay.
So do you want to talk about anal bleaching now? Can we get off of our rant on customers? Yes, which is like the same rant we end up going over like every 2 months or so. I mean, I know you remember the conversation that we had about like cost versus benefit of that whole 0% error rate. Like, we ranted on that for like 30 minutes, maybe 2 or 3 months ago. And it obviously didn't do any good at all. Didn't make any difference in your mind.
All right, let's move. No, it's not that it doesn't matter, but every once in a while, a circumstance happens that I don't understand what, like, a client gets mad. Okay, a client will get upset at us. Some of our clients get upset with us if we are a day or less beyond the deadline, while we have set the deadline a fucking week ahead of time, because we know better than to set the deadline as the day of it's actually due, because when you do that, you're going to fuck with somebody's schedule and their agenda and their consistency. And that's horrible. We have gotten our clients so used to us exceeding expectations that when we don't, they think that we're not exceeding expectations, even though we're still fucking exceeding expectations. I challenge any podcast production company that is out there to be as customer focused as we are.
I agree.
And yet we still will get every once in a while client saying, hey, look, this is supposed to be due on this date. That's 7 days out. It's 6 days out now. What the hell is going on with you? I'm thinking, okay, can we not lose perspective here? We're still 6 days ahead of when it really is due. Can you just fucking sit down for a second and let us do our job?
Now you're taking my perspective, because that's the opposite of what you've just been saying for the last 5 minutes.
I want to be able to say that. It's the disappointment that I hear in the tone of an email or a comment or a message that I get from a client saying, like the one that are the same person, the same team member had a due date of the 13th. That was fucking yesterday. Okay. It's an episode that comes out on the 20th. That is 6 days from now. They put out a question. Hey, just curious, is this going to get done? I'm like, yeah, I know based upon the team members' consistency and their track record, this will get done. Yes, they had to write to complain about it, but fuck, could we just get a little bit of leeway here? Because we are so much better than anybody else that's out there doing this. That's all I have to say. Yes, I understand your side, and I understand the other side too. They want it when they want it, because that's when we set the expectation for it.
Okay. I have much more of an issue with our one that's due today than I do with the one that's due yesterday. I know that team member is consistently really good. If it's late, it's late. And you know what? I agree with that. Like if they say, I wanted the notes a month before the release. Well, if we've had the recording for weeks, we've set that expectation, and we should make that expectation, and we fucked up. So yes, the one that was due yesterday, I have a problem with too. The one that's due today,
right?
I don't have a problem with that until
tomorrow
after midnight and it's not done. Then I have a problem with it. That's where I draw my line.
All right.
And I thought I was annoyed that when you were like, hey, to me, end of the day is end of business. And I'm like, I don't want to split hairs with that shit. And I don't want to split hairs with our team with that shit.
No, I'm with you on that. I'd rather set the deadline the day before and tell the client, hey, look, I'm going to set the deadline the day before. I'm readjusting your expectation, though. The deadline is not actually the deadline. The deadline is still the week before, not 8 days before. Right. Okay, everybody just calm the fuck down. And that was beeped out in the edited version, just so you know, if you missed that.
we have an edited version?
Yeah, you have to go to thisamericanlife.com. The edited version. It's on the website.
Freakonomicsradio.com.
That's right.
I'm listening to Malcolm Gladwell's revisionist history series on guns right now. It's super fucking interesting. It's interesting, but frustrating. But let's talk about anal bleaching, because if I get off on Malcolm Gladwell,
you're either going to get off on Malcolm Gladwell or anal bleaching. Which one are you going to get
one
off
of these
on?
Two. I don't know. Which could be more fun? I don't know.
Okay, so JJ came home from a spa that she goes to locally here in Ojai, California. You know, we're a little bit progressive here in Ojai, California. And she happened to mention to me one of the services that is provided for at the spa. And I said, well, okay, well, what's the service? And she goes, anal bleaching. And I'm like, well, is there a other than cosmetic reason for anal bleaching? I mean, is anal bleaching just what it says? Is it the bleaching of the anus? Is that what it is?
That's my understanding. I've never looked very deep into it, but yeah, that's my understanding.
So I looked it up. I'm like, anal bleaching is purely a cosmetic process done to change the appearance of the genital and perianal areas. Okay, there's several reasons why the pigment is darker. It's like, okay, who is seeing this? I mean, maybe a porn star might need anal bleaching for some reason of, is it film worthy? I don't know, but isn't it what it is?
Doug, everybody has their own level of, let's say, cleanliness or, visually what they want to look like. And some people may be uncomfortable with the idea that their anus is a little bit darker than they would like it. Who knows? Well, I don't really give a shit.
All right. So then I'm like, I'm taking it, pardon the pun, I'm taking a deeper dive into this. And I want to know, okay, how much does it cost to have your anus bleached? How much would that be to have your anus bleached? Okay, just venture. You wouldn't even be able to guess.
I have no idea. Okay, because it depends. It's like how much is a 1 hour massage? Oh, geez. Well, are you going to like a massage parlor around the corner? Or are you going to a spa? Like it could be $50. It could be $200.
All right. So I realized in doing a little research that anal bleaching professionally ranges between $100 and $300, which is
Seems like
up
a lot.
there. It does seem like a lot.
And how long does it last? How often do you have to get it done?
That is a damn good question. How long does it take before your anus grows back to the color of its original? Does it hurt? I would have to think it hurts.
You know what's funny actually that you mentioned that, because I actually went and got a
colonoscopy.
No, I got a pedicure the other day.
Oh, well, that's cool. It's much different than anal bleaching. They don't
much different.
Different chair, a whole different chair.
But it's funny because you've gotten pedicure before?
Yeah, I've gotten a couple. Yeah,
right. It's not just like trim and clean, and it they fucking scrub all the goddamn extra dead skin off the body. This thing took I don't know, fucking 45 minutes or something. I know. That's
why they charge, what is it, like $65 or something like that for a pedicure?
It was like $50.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a really fucking reasonable price for the amount of time it took. I was pleasantly surprised.
If anybody is bleaching my anus, I want it to be as fast as it was. I'm not looking for long and comfortable. I'm looking for, can we get this shit done and get out of here?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Anyway. And is it not just anal bleaching? Is it like shave and a haircut, two bits? Anal bleaching? Is it do they do a little trim? What else happens? You can't just bleach the anus and leave all the collateral there. You gotta take care of business, don't you?
Who knows? You're the one that wanted to bring this up.
Right,
I really couldn't give a shit. All
right. If you're in our community and you've ever heard of anal bleaching, could you let me know? Because is this a service? I'm just curious. Do a little query. Go to your local salon and tell me, or I guess day spa, because that's probably where they would do it. They probably wouldn't do it at a place that does hair. I don't. This is one of the, how you go to like a really nice restaurant and they have the seats like in the window where they have dinner, like at the nice place. Is this the kind of place where you go into the spa and they're like, yes, anal bleaching. Great. You're right in the window up front. Right up front.
Damn.
Wow. The thing I didn't realize about anal bleaching was that they actually have at-home kits that you can do it on your own as well.
I bet it'll be a whole lot less than $150 to $300. God,
yeah, the at-home kits are still $50 to $100, but I'm like,
wow.
Do you think Clairol makes it an anal bleaching kit?
What the fuck is included in that? $50 for that? Who knows?
What is included? That is a very good question. What is included in the at-home kit for anal bleaching? I don't know.
Who knows?
All right, we can move beyond that subject. Yeah, I just thought it was an interesting subject to talk about.
You also mentioned you want to talk about Steve Ornstein's birthday?
Not Steve Ornstein's birthday. Steve O'Brien's birthday.
Oh,
Steve-O.
That makes a much. Is it his birthday today?
As of the recording of this, it was 2 days ago. Happy birthday,
Steve O'Brien.
As of the playing of this, it was 2 days ago. Yeah, it's his birthday.
The man, the myth, the legend.
I wonder how old Steve O'Brien is.
I don't know. It's a goddamn good question.
I'd put him in his 50s somewhere, I would think.
Probably. I would think he's probably around our age, I would think.
I believe so. And there was a time, remember the time when you should not mention what your age is?
Oh, yeah.
Are you beyond that now?
Yeah, I don't give a shit anymore.
I don't care. We don't care about that. What was the other subject? I brought up other subjects too, didn't I?
I don't know. You texted me. Hold on. I can't remember this shit, right?
Hold on. I'll tell you what the subject
There's one other one. Wait a minute. Anal bleaching, Steve O's birthday, the million emails we got, which you really meant voicemails, yeah. Plus common courtesy while at the gym.
Oh, fuck yeah. I want to talk about this. So I lost my shit at the gym today. Speaking of anal bleaching. So I go into the gym and okay, I'll make my point in a second. I'll just tell you the story and then I'll let you comment based upon what you hear. So I went to the gym today. First thing that JJ and I normally do when we go to the gym is we get on like a bike or cardio apparatus to get our heart rate up. We go to the hiking 3 days a week and we go to the gym twice a week. And the days that we go to the gym, we start with cardio before we get into any kind of lifting. And just so everybody knows in the community, I don't like don't know I'm not a bodybuilder. If you know me, you would know that is the case. I'm just doing it just to stay tone and exercise. So in our gym, there's a couple of guys that come to the gym. And when they come to the gym, no matter what room you are in the gym, it's not a huge gym. It's a downstairs 2-room in the downstairs area and 2 rooms in the upstairs area. And no matter where you are, upstairs or downstairs, in all 4 rooms, if these couple of guys are at the gym, you can fucking hear them working out because they're crash, crash, crash. Yeah, got it. Pump it, baby. You can do it. I'm like, fuck. It's so fucking annoying that it really, I'm bothered by. I just get so frustrated when I go to the gym and I see this fucking dude in the gym that I know that no matter what, number one, I won't be able to have a conversation without being interrupted by every 3 seconds. And then the crashing of the weights, which is really a fucking annoyance for me. The loudness of the metal on metal just is really grates on my nerves. So today, and I've been putting up with this bullshit for the last couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to the guy in the front and I was fucking so rude. I didn't even mean to be. I just was so frustrated. I'm like, this really isn't right. The dude that's in the back, all he's doing is dropping the weights. And he looks at me and he's like, yeah, he's on that machine that I'm like, no, it's not the machine. It's the guy. It's the guy. He does this and he always does this. And I basically turned away and just went upstairs to the upstairs rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt so bad that I talked to this guy who's been nothing but friendly to me in the couple of years that we've been at the gym. So I go back downstairs after we're done our workout and I'm like, hey, look, I was totally out of line. I am really sorry. It was just something happened before I came in here to kind of set my brain in a bad place. Mm-hmm. I am sorry. I did not mean that. And that was it. I said, are we cool? And he was like, yeah, all good, man. All good, all good. He kind of laughed about it and I laughed about it. And that was the end of it. But let me ask you the question. What is the courtesy when you were at the gym? I mean, I'm asking you, what is your opinion? I'm not asking you what is the courtesy at my gym. What do you think?
Well, here's the thing. I've got the perfect solution for this.
Are you going to tell me headphones?
It will work 100% of the time to solve your problems.
What is it?
Don't go to the fucking gym.
Well, that could be a solution, but I don't think that's a good solution. Well, you go to yoga. Could you imagine going to yoga and having somebody in there that, every time they're in there, they're like, their notification goes off on their phone.
Oh, sure.
And they don't, and every time they come, it's the same thing. It's like, it'd be so fucking easy. Just silence your phone, dude. Just silence it. And it's not like they're grunting and groaning and making noises of weightlifters, but it's just one of those annoyances. Like when you go to yoga, you don't want to hear somebody's phone notification go off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So aside from don't go to the gym, what's your thought about this?
Dude, I don't know. I hate fucking gyms. That's one of the reasons I hate gyms is because of the fucking bodybuilder, loud guys, whatever. Like, yeah, I think that honestly, I have no idea what proper gym protocol is because I'm not a gym guy. But if you're asking my opinion, yeah, it sounds pretty rude and selfish. And that's kind of what I expect from guys that go to the gym all the time. So
I don't disagree with you, but I did get a little bit of feedback. JJ provided feedback a couple of times when I have said this to her before I had my little rant today with the guy at the front desk. She's like, hey, it's a gym. You're going to have people that are going to do that. And today when I said, when I went to the front desk guy and said what I said, she's like, hey, look, it's the piece of equipment. It's a what's it called? It's a squat bar, and the squat bar has a metal bar that goes across it, and the beam is metal also. So when you put the weight down, even if you put it down lightly, you still hear a little noise. I'm like, that's totally cool. But this is literally somebody dropping it from 12 inches to 6 inches up. I'm like, could they just lower a little bit? Did they really get to the point where they strain themselves so much they can't make it to the bar? And do they really have to fucking yell when they get there? And I'm like, yeah, but it is a gym. And then my mind went to, is not the culture of this gym. If you went to a gym like Gold's Gym or Bodybuilders USA or whatever it is. This is like a 24-hour-a-day gym that doesn't really lend itself to people that are coming in there pumping iron and bodybuilders. It's, if I can count on my hand how many of those kind of people are there, and I've talked to other people and like, oh, that guy, blah, 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 he's the one that makes all the noise. As soon as you say that, if somebody says that to me, I'm like, then I'm not really out of character for feeling the way that I feel, because if somebody else is thinking it, that means that my thought probably isn't far off the mark. So, nice guy community, what do you think? What is your gym etiquette? Okay, I'm just curious. It's like somebody staying at your house, having sex in your guest room and being loud about it. I'm like, I understand you want to have fun. You're on vacation. You're in my house. You're in California. You just spent a nice day at the pool, and we've had a great dinner at Duchess. But don't fucking have sex in my house and be so loud that I have to shut my door because of it. Okay, stated my piece. I know that went in a whole different direction there, though.
Just a little, yeah, kind of. Okay, kind of did just a little, yeah. Can we get to the voicemails because we have 8 of them?
Wow, we have 8 fucking voicemails.
Now, what's interesting though is we do have 8 voicemails, but
yes,
it's a total of about 8.5 minutes. So they are very short voicemails.
That's interesting. So it gives me plenty of time before the theme song and message number 1 to throw in another topic.
Well, as soon as we said 8 voicemails, I was like, I do not want to break our record for the longest episode twice in 2 weeks.
We will not. We will not.
Because I haven't eaten dinner yet.
Okay. All right. This time, Strick, I swear you can pump
really?
That. Yes, I swear I won't say a word.
I'm gonna right here. This is like segue right here.
You can even mute me. You can even mute me.
That's funny that you say that, because that's exactly what I was going to do. I wasn't going to tell you that I was going to do that, but that's exactly what I was going to do.
I will not. I see that, and it looks pretty significant. Although it is a short amount of time, it is a high volume of people or calls, and we're going to have comments about each one after them, I'm sure. So I think okay. So I'm not going to say a word. Okay. Can I ask the Magic 8 Ball a question though? Or
sure, why not? Sure, go ahead. What's your question for the Magic
8 Ball? Will Doug interrupt between the theme song and voicemail number 1?
Okay, between the theme song and voicemail number 1, will Doug try to interrupt? Because I'm gonna just mute you. It doesn't matter. Will Doug try to interrupt? Magic 8 Ball, what say ye?
Does Doug like hand lotion? Oh, hell yes, he does. Oh, yeah. So that's a big thumbs up.
Oh yeah. You just can't help yourself, Doug. You're like here's my reference for old people.
Yeah.
You're like Lucy and the football, right?
Charlie Brown.
I'm Charlie Brown when I hit play, and you are telling me you're not going to pull the football away. You promised this one time you're not going to pull the football away, but every goddamn time you pull the football away.
I try really hard. I try. Sometimes I can't help myself. It's the story of the scorpion and the frog.
Yep. I know.
I get halfway across and the scorpion stings me. And as I'm going down, it's like, why did you do that? Now we're both dead. It's in my nature. It's just the way I am. It's how I'm built.
So are we ready then? Can I play the theme music now?
Yes, okay. I will not interrupt.
Okay.
We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all.
Hi, Doug. Hi, Strickland. It's Emily. Holy crap, your episode was so long, but lovely. Really, truly lovely. And yeah, sorry, my message last week was very dirty, but I'm just very naive and did not see it through that lens. So congratulations to both of you for the dirty mind. I used to get made fun of in school like all the time for saying things like that and just being none the wiser. I blame it on homeschooling, honestly. Yeah, the drug, Strickland, it was the only fact you guys messed up in your last episode as far as like, you know, me. And the drug was magnesium, not melatonin. Lord, I cannot do melatonin anymore. That hangover is no joke. A melatonin hangover, no joke.
I don't even know what that is.
No, I'm happy to talk about real drugs sometime if you ever want to do that. And speaking of, I think our meetup, first of all, I'm going to email you guys because we can have the conversation about how we first met. It wasn't me calling in, but nice job. And there's another fact I need to freaking fact check on you.
Cliffhanger.
But yeah, I'll email you about that. We can talk about that on air.
Want to know?
But our in-person meetup, we hello, Tennessee, Knoxville. We should go to Knoxville. Count me in if we're going to Knoxville.
Fun is that?
My dog and husband will not be joining us probably because we don't venture as a family. We venture as single units. Oh God. All right. Serious. Can't wait to see where you take this week's episode and like way to leave us with a cliffhanger, Doug, on what your exciting topic was and then never ever bring it up.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Hoping you address that this week. Hoping you can remember. Knowing you won't be able to remember.
No, I don't. Hold on.
You did. You was like a big deal too. You were like, I really wanted to talk about this, but we're like an hour and a half in and I'm not going to do it. And I don't remember what it was.
It was something about you. I know that. It was something about you. And I don't fucking remember. Oh, hold on. Wait. Yes, I remember. Wow. I unlocked that door really fast.
That was good.
That was really good. Okay. I will bring it up, but I want to understand a couple things about that message.
Magnesium, not melatonin. Melatonin is stuff you take that is a natural sleep aid. It's like it's not chemicals and it's
what's the hangover though?
I don't know. That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, damn, you get a hangover from melatonin. Like, God forbid you have like a beer before bed or something, but okay.
Okay.
And Knoxville, where did Knoxville come from?
I don't know. I mean, I would sooner go to like Branson than Knoxville.
I know,
and why would
Vegas.
I go? Yeah, Vegas. Why would I go anywhere other than Vegas if I'm going to take a bunch of people that want to have a good time and have great meals and go to a show and go to bars and just do fun stuff? I got to find the fun in Knoxville.
Absolutely. I agree.
No, we're not doing that. And it's too far for me. So I'm not doing that.
So what else did you have questions about with Emily's voicemail?
So the other thing was the thing that she said, which was interesting was, and she brought her dog into this scenario, is that Jason and her dog and her, they don't travel as a family. So I wouldn't think that you would travel with your dog. Now, would that be why Jason wouldn't be able to go? Or do you not travel well because you get in arguments when you travel with your husband? I have questions about the we don't travel well together, giggle, 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 giggle. I wasn't 100% sure of what that meant or what that was code for, if that was code for anything. I don't know. But Emily,
I think you should ask her that when we bring her on. Is it going to be next week, the week after we're going to bring Emily back on?
I don't know. You made the arrangements with her, so I didn't even respond.
I didn't know we had a specific date. I think she said like not this week, but next week would be good. But I don't think we came up with a specific.
Well, unless we have another co-host coming on that week, I think we're probably clear to be able to do that. Do you want me to talk about the subject that I was going to talk about now, or should I wait until the end of all of the voicemails to do it?
Yeah, let's wait till the end.
Okay, I agree. So, Emily, sorry, it's going to be a cliffhanger for you. Got to wait 7 more voicemails before I talk about it. Hopefully, I will remember them, but I will try to unlock that door one more time.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, Doug, Trick, Jared here. Hey. So, holy fuck, boys.
Holy fuck.
What was it, like 45 minutes from the time you asked the Magic 8-Ball question about you interrupting Doug? And actually playing with man. Holy shit. I think that's got to be a record, man. As always, though, the conversation, you're talking about shit I don't even care about, but I just enjoy listening. So, Trick, you've been like, if you're not watching Suits, you can just fast forward. Now, fuck that. I'm listening. I want to hear what you got to say, because I'm probably not going to watch it. So I get to hear a little bit about it. Anyways, guys, love the show. And, it's super long today. That's okay with me. This one, I actually may not, because my work today was so weird, I may not make it all the way through in one day.
Oh, damn.
Which is highly unusual.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I'm okay with that, man. So keep it up. Don't worry about the length of time. Stop worrying about the length of time. You guys just enjoy yourselves and have the conversation. We're going to enjoy listening. And if they don't like it, they can fucking skip it. That's all I got.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Love it. And I really appreciate you.
I'm still binge watching Suits, and I really enjoy it. It's like it's easy to go down, it's like good looking people and witty dialogue. Yep. And I think I'm through maybe halfway into season 5. I think there's only 6 seasons.
You're almost caught up with me. I'm on I just started, I think, season 7. I think there's 9 seasons of the show.
Oh, really? I thought there's only 6. Okay, good to know.
No, you got plenty of space. You got some really good shit that's going to be going on. I will not share what's happening in this. One thing that I want to take a little bit of what do you say? You want to take something when it's hold on a minute. What's the expression? I want to if somebody says something and you don't agree with it, you want to take something of it. What is it called?
Umbrage? You're not taking that.
That was the
I
other
take
word.
umbrage with that comment.
I want to take exception. Maybe that's
exception.
The word.
There you go. I take exception.
Exception. Okay. And I understand when it comes to Strickland that don't worry about the length, but I always worry about the length. I am always worried about the length. It's been a lifelong battle for me, for Strickland. That might be something you could say to him, but don't ever say, don't worry about the length. I'm always worried about the length.
I'm just going to let that one sit as I start the next voicemail.
Okay.
Here. Voicemail number 2. All right. So you guys are just now talking about like a get together with the Funkin' Fans and maybe doing it at the same time as TurnKey. Dude, that is freaking awesome. That's cool that you even thought about it. Definitely, I would be up for trying to make that work, and I imagine the other Funkin' Fans would be too. So I just wanted to say it's cool for even thinking about it. And if you make it work, awesome. If you can't, that's okay. Get you guys. All right, love the show. Oh yeah, Emily, you mentioned them talking. Check it out. I mean, that would do that for us. And the only problem is none of us ever do anything. So you probably only listener you got was Doug. Sorry, unfortunately. Anyways, guys, couldn't miss the opportunity to right into the bus. All right, guys. Love you. Appreciate you. See ya.
Jared, apologies on that. You were cutting out like crazy. I don't know what you were getting at with that one.
I don't know where he was going, but that's okay.
That's okay.
You don't need to leave an extra voicemail next week to explain what you said, because then we would be 2 weeks behind. And you know me with freshness of topics and episodes. So
yeah. Let's get to the next voicemail.
We're past the expiry date.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Strick. Erica here.
Oh, Erica.
Strickland, you're going to love this one.
Well,
best concert ever attended was at the Wente Winery Vineyard outdoor concert venue, maybe, 6-7 years ago. And guess who? Yep, it was Jackson Brown.
Oh, nice.
He had probably, 30 guitars lined up behind him on the stage. It was outdoors in the evening, drinking wine, eating dinner at round tables. I'm going to say the venue held 1,000 people. And guess what he mostly played were songs from the Running on Empty album.
Nice.
It was the coolest thing ever, and I've been to a lot of concerts. So I'm not a big rocker, but I have to tell you that one was over the top. Anyway, that's it. Love you guys. Love the show. Thanks for an inspiring long episode this last week. Bye.
That's cool. I love me some Jackson Brown. I've actually never seen him live. I would like to see him live sometime.
Yeah, and we are just about to peak over the 1 hour mark here, and we are. It's not going to be. I promise it won't be as long as last week's episode. But
I'm hungry.
We're not going to go far short of that, though. I can promise you that too.
Oh God. Okay, here we go. Let's go to the next voicemail.
Go.
Here we go.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Strick. Well, this is Erica. Short message number 2. And I'll just start with my goodbye and telling you, love you both, love the show. And the message I will leave you with is just 5 words. Vegas with TurnKey? Hell yes.
Oh, hell yes. Hell yes, Erica. I love it.
Oh, is that the end of
that was it? That's the end of the voicemail. I mean, we have more voicemails, but I think this might be from
Strick. We may have to put this together.
I know, right?
I mean, I just think if we gave some sort of I don't know, what do you want to call it, incentive, or even a portion, or maybe listen, if we have the dinner, like how much was dinner at Jack Binion's when we went for 10 people?
Oh my God, what was like 2,500.
I was thinking the same. I was thinking
something
the same
like
thing.
that. It was like $2,300, something like that.
All right, if we just did that alone, but we fucking went off the hook, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that I don't know. So, okay, for our regulars that call in, so Jared and Erica and Emily and who else calls in regularly? That be it?
I don't know. That's about it.
Okay. If you guys decided to make the trip, what would make it worthwhile for you? I mean, of course, we would love to be able to pay for everything, but I think that there's going to be an issue that we're going to have with that, because I think we're going to get there's going to be some sort of argument as to who is entitled to get a part of that everything.
Yeah, that would be challenging for that many people if we paid for the flights and the hotels and the food and everything. But we will have to think of incentives that would make it worth it for them to.
So for those in our community that are thinking about possibly making the trip, what would make it really hard to say no to?
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's get to the next voicemail.
Okay. Hey there, guys. It's Erica. Here's voicemail number 3.
Yeah.
A few things. I think, if my memory serves me, that Emily's drug of choice was not melatonin. I think it was magnesium.
You are correct.
That's my guess, but I'm not going to go back and listen to that episode. You can have her on as a guest and ask her, and you know what my drug of choice is, right?
Do I?
Or do I have to say? Yes, it's boba.
Boba. Oh my gosh.
It has to be in green tea.
Green tea.
And as far as the biopic goes, I think that
I do like some green tea.
Seth Godin should play Strickland.
Seth Godin?
And I'm not sure
Wow.
who could play Doug. I don't know if anybody could play you, Doug. You're one
Thank
of
you.
a kind.
Thank you.
Anyway, that's it for me. Love you guys. Love the show. And I'll catch you soon. If not here on my podcast and at Entrepreneurs Cafe. Produced, of course, by TurnKey Podcast Productions.
Whoa.
Bye, guys. Love ya.
You like how she gets that little plug in for herself, but makes it seem like it was a plug for us?
That's okay. That's double edge. Seth Godin, if 100%. Seth Godin, he is the oddest looking guy that's out there. I think that without
that looks like Malcolm Gladwell. Seth Godin, he should play me. Boy, he is weird looking.
If Seth Godin had hair, possibly.
Did he used to have hair?
Seth Godin. You think he went through his entire life that way?
Well, no, I'm just wondering. I don't see the resemblance.
Oh, I totally don't see the resemblance. I maybe, are you thinking because of his quips? Because Erica, I know that Seth is quite an intelligent guy, like Strickland is. I don't know if he's as talented as Strickland is. I think that Seth Godin happened to be at the right place at the right time to receive the accolades that he has. Like, do you really think that like Gary Vaynerchuk is the hardest working entrepreneur in the world? No, he's the guy, right? No, he's not. There's so many other people that are more deserving, yet that work just as hard as Gary. Gary happened to be right place, right time, right business, right market, right words to say, and right connections and whatever. And so he got to be the guy, you know. Look, Joe Rogan or Doug Sandler. I mean, come on, it's obvious that I have the same talent. I can talk for 3 hours just like Joe Rogan. I don't get what did he get? How much? 100 million? What did he get to?
Something ridiculous like that.
Crazy bullshit.
It's nuts.
Here I am scraping for pennies.
All right, we're ready for the next voicemail.
Yeah, man. Just so everybody knows in the community, Strickland is on an agenda to get through with this episode. So we are just going to roll through them. Go.
Dude, I'm hungry, and
I know.
I haven't. Not only have I not eaten dinner, I think I got to go to the store to get something.
You know,
dinner, so
let me just for the record, let me just say this. Fuck you. I gave you the opportunity to literally have a meeting 2 hours earlier, and you said, and I said, okay, how about 3 o'clock? You're like, can we do it a little later? I'm like, oh, okay, we can do it at 7 o'clock. Yeah, whatever. We could do it at 4 o'clock my time. That would be 6 o'clock your time. You're like, you know what? That fucking day job that gets in the way of everything. When are you going to leave that? So this is a good time for me to bring up the topic. Okay.
You're 100% right, Doug. I'm being a little bitch by saying that our dude, you can only talk for an hour? What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, when we have a Nice Guys on Business, you don't block off the next 2.5 hours for us to talk? Like, you expect that after an hour we should be done and you can get dinner? Dude, stop your fucking whining, get yourself a goddamn snack, and fucking pony up to the mic, because we're going to be talking for the next 2 hours.
God, speaking of snacks, Trader Joe's do you like truffle?
Not Trader Joe's snacks again. Is this truffles? A different Trader Joe's snack, or is this the same Trader Joe's snacks you've talked about for the last 2 weeks?
I think this is a different one. I don't know that I've talked about this one yet. I know you like cheese puffs, like Cheetos. You like Cheetos?
I haven't had them in a long time, but
I hadn't had them for a long time until I went to fucking Trader Joe's and discovered that they have truffle salt cheddar Cheetos. That
sounds good.
It's like, oh my fucking God, how can you possibly resist that? And I don't understand. They put enough in a bag to be like, they say it's like 8 servings, but I could fucking eat one bag in one sitting.
Oh, I know. It's such bullshit. They're like 8
so
servings.
Easy.
Ass.
Okay. I won't talk about the other subject yet. I'll wait till next week to talk about it. Hit voicemail number 7, please.
Okay.
Hello, it's Emily again. So once again on Friday evening after I called Friday morning, I was telling Jason about my request for Knoxville, and he said I should call back and suggest Nashville. So I think I said Nashville, but I think I meant Nashville. Well, let's go to some Ville in Tennessee. How's that?
Let's go to some Ville in Tennessee.
At least that's better.
That's better. Tennessee Tim also corrected me that he does live in Tennessee once again. A couple of weeks ago, I said I wasn't sure where he was living now, but I believe he's back in his namesake state of Tennessee.
Okay.
Nashville is Music City. Vegas. I'm sorry, Vegas. I'm a Vegas guy. I don't want to go to Nashville. I don't want to go to Knoxville. Tim, all apologies, but I don't really want to go anywhere in Tennessee.
No, I'm with you. Vegas.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're in agreement on that.
No, we're totally in agreement. Look, if I have to spend 3 days partying and enjoying and having a great time, I don't want to spend an entire day on a plane getting to the East Coast or East Coast time zone. I want to drive my 5 hours, get to Las Vegas, park my car, get into the hotel, do my thing, and then spend a few days there, enjoy our team, enjoy our community, eat a lot of fucking amazing food. I'm not saying you can't get great ribs and great food in Nashville, but everybody, we all know if you want to get great food, great shows, great entertainment, Vegas is the only place to go.
Vegas is it. Okay, last voicemail for the show.
And the longest.
Doug and Strick, it is Tennessee Tim.
Oh.
I'm going to leave 3 separate messages, but I think I'll combine it down into one.
Appreciate that.
So does it still count as 3 voice messages?
For you, Tim, yes.
Yes.
I'll leave that up to you. First thing, Milli Vanilli had their Grammy taken away because they lip sync other people's voices, which is different than Britney lip syncing her voice when she's dancing around so it doesn't sound like she's out of breath.
That's a very good point.
That's a good point.
Second thing is, Strickland, I'm from Arkansas. Arkansas, really? That's the armpit of the South. I am from Tennessee, born and raised in Tennessee, moved to Michigan on the first trial marriage, got divorced, moved back home to Tennessee,
Understood.
and now happily married again in Tennessee. And the third thing, yes, a puckery get together in Vegas or anywhere else would be very cool. Just give us enough leeway so we can put it on our calendar. Don't tell us the week before or something like that. Love the show. Y'all have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
You know, it is the one thing that we do usually often plan far ahead with much detail.
I know.
Vegas trips. It's not something we do last minute, so we will.
I know. As bad as we are with planning of our podcast episodes, that is exactly how good we are with the planning of our
two sides of the coin. Exactly.
We realize what is important to us.
Exactly. Definitely.
We realize, okay, let's not get into the other subject. I just want to, I'll tease the subject, and this will be the first thing we talk about next week, Strickland. The subject is employment futures of Strickland Bonner.
Okay. Interesting topic. Definitely something that I'm too tired to get into today. I think we should wait till next week.
Of course. Okay.
I appreciate that.
No problem. We did keep it under an hour and 10 minutes, barely, not with the add-ons of the open and the close and probably whatever Easter egg he's about to do. In the meantime, we'll see you guys next week. Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
Nice Guy community, what do you think of the Nice Guys podcast? Is it A, interesting, informative, intelligent business information that's really helpful? B, a couple of guys who think they're funny, but actually have an inflated perception of their own self-worth? C, same shit, different podcast? Or D, all of the above? Go with D. Surely they can't be serious. They are, but don't call them Shirley. What do they make of this? A pterodactyl. A brooch. Looks like they picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines. So, Joy, have you ever been to a Turkish prison? Do you like gladiator movies? The nice guys want to know. I just want to tell you all good luck. We're all counting on you.